Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us once again here at the St. Clair County Emergency Management Agency for our daily briefing. We've got another special guest that will be joining us here shortly, but before we get to that individual, I want to welcome back today with us Sam Bierman from the St. Clair County Health Department. Sam, we appreciate you. I know you've been busy all day today on calls and taking the time to come in and help keep our citizens updated, so welcome.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you for having us back, and good afternoon, everyone. Today's totals, again, as they did yesterday, include Illinois Department of Health state labs, urgent care labs, and Memorial drive-through lab results for members of St. Clair County. Today's numbers are 118 tested, which is an increase from 41 of yesterday. We have now 10 positives in St. Clair County, which is an increase of 3 from yesterday. We have a male in his 40s, a male in his 60s, and a male in his 90s. And all 3 of those new cases were community spread. We have up to date 65 negative and 43 pending cases. State totals for today are 14,209 that have been tested, 1,865 that are positive, which is an increase of 330 from yesterday, and 19 deaths, which is an increase of 3 from yesterday. And we would like to extend our thoughts to all those families of patients that have passed away since yesterday. One thing I would like to remind the county that St. Clair County Health Department is still open. If you would like to call, if you have any questions, our number is 618-233-7703. We ask that you do call if you need to speak to someone about any of our services, as we are not accepting walk-in clients at this time. Please call and we can get your questions answered. And now I would like to introduce Chairman Mark Kern for an update on his end.
Thank you, Sam. Our thoughts and prayers also go out to those, all of the new cases, the existing cases, and also those that have passed away in the state. These are unprecedented times, and we all need to hold on to our faith real tightly, and make sure that we remember those that are in need and are sick. The courthouse remains closed to the general public. I would encourage you, if there are issues that you think are important enough to be able to try to access the service, call our switchboard. It's open from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. at the St. Clair County Courthouse, and that number is 618-277-6600. Yesterday, the St. Clair County court system issued a press release, and all civil, criminal, and traffic matters, including trials, both jury and non-jury, hearings and status conferences, are continued for the next 60 days, for 60 days. All family matters are continued until at least May 25th of 2020. All arbitration, mediation, and foreclosure matters are continued. No wedding or civil union ceremonies will be conducted for at least 30 days. All juvenile matters, except for shelter care and detention hearings, are continued. Probation department hours are now 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., Monday through Friday. Jurors scheduled for the months of April 2020 and May 2020 are not to report. All plenary orders of protection, emergency orders of protection, and plenary and emergency civil stalking no contact orders are hereby extended for 30 days. All parties may seek emergency relief from such orders only upon filing a motion with the assigned judge. Such hearings will be heard by the assigned judge at his or her discretion and conducted remotely via telephone or video in limited circumstances, or by other electronic means. So that, as we've said, there are changes every day. This is a big change with the court systems. We would encourage everyone's home now, and hopefully you're home and staying in place. And so we want to reiterate, there is an emotional support hotline that is open. We would encourage anyone to call if they're feeling any needs to talk to a mental health professional. And this is open to anyone from St. Clair County. And the number is 866-342-6892. Our good mental health is an extremely important thing these days and every day. But in stressful times, it's important that you reach out and ask for help if you think you need help. So write that number down. It's available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to anyone in need. At this time, I want to thank a large group of people who are responsible for putting this on every day. There's a lot of work, a lot of preparation that goes into this. Herb Simmons. Herb is certainly the creator of this live feed and does a great job every day scripting it out and making sure everybody's in the right place and distanced 6 feet apart. I also want to thank Brian Whitaker, Randy Randolph, Cindy Romero, and Daisy Morales, who are our Spanish translators. Tammy Kowalski, who is our sign language interpreter, and Barb Holt and Samantha Bierman from the health department. You got to see Sam earlier. And then all the county support staff who are helping with this, with these daily briefings. We also want to be sure we remember and thank our hospitals, our doctors, our nurses, our police, our fire, our ambulance workers, our EMS workers, everybody that's out there on the front line during this disaster. One of the people that is out on the front line and in charge of security for the entire St. Clair County region is our sheriff. Sheriff Rick Watson is joining us today to talk about the Sheriff's Department response to COVID-19. Sheriff?
Yes, thank you, Chairman. First I'd like to say is that I believe the citizens of St. Clair County are taking this very seriously. When I drive throughout the county, I see limited travel. And that's a good thing. That at the end of the day, that's what we need to be doing to stop this spread. And once we stop the spread, we can go back to our normal days of lives. And I want to thank all the citizens for that. But to let you know, I'm making sure that we are seen. I want my guys to be out here on the road. I want them to be seen. If you happen to need something, I want to make sure they're available for you. And our goal is safety. It's not we want to take anybody to jail. Actually, we're limiting access to the jail right now because of the virus. And we're making sure that we check our employees, not our corrections officer, our deputies, anybody that comes into the jail. And if somebody else wants to bring somebody to the jail, let's say that Belleville picks up somebody who wants to bring them to jail. If they don't pass the certain requirements, we're not allowing them in, because we have to provide a safe, secure environment for everybody. That means the employees and includes the inmates that are there right now. Just remember, they're there awaiting trial. They're not convicted yet, and we got to provide a safe, secure environment for them. But the other thing is our auto theft unit is still up and running. If you need something, you call us. Our investigative unit is still up and running. Our drug unit is still out. So we're still active and being on the streets to provide a safe neighborhood for you. But the biggest thing that I want to talk to you about today is the fraud that goes along with this. And you're going to get certain calls, scam calls, wanting your information. Don't give it to them. And if you're not very good with a computer and can't really look things up to check them out to make sure that what they're telling you is the truth, this is a time to reach out to your grandkids. It's a time to reach out to your kids and say, hey, I received this call. Could you check this out to see if this is real? And if you can't get somebody to check it out, you call us and we will check it out for you, and we will give you good advice on what you should do. There's a lot of good, worthy charities that need help at this time because people need help. But I don't want you to get scammed because you think you're doing a good thing and then it turns out wrong for you. So if you need something like that, you call us. And that is one of the biggest priorities right now. I don't want anybody getting scammed out of their money trying to do a good thing for our society. Thank you.
Thank you, Sheriff. Shelter in place is the word of the day.
Yes.
Any advice?
We want to do the best we can. And of course, people want to get out. And the great thing is the sun's shining today and it's 60 degrees. Get out and walk around your yard or take a walk. And I know that, being cooped up in the house with all this rain, you know, people get on edge. So this is a day that we need to go out and actually shelter in place, keep your distance, but get outside and enjoy yourself.
And wash your hands.
That's right. There you go.
Sheriff, I have one question. Some of
Yeah.
the calls that we're fielding in the 911 centers are, and on our social media page, is some businesses that may have not got the message on the executive order. How is the Sheriff's Department handling them if we've got a establishment that is refusing to cooperate and follow that order?
Now, a refusal, now they're in trouble. You know, if it's because they don't understand the order, you know, we'll explain it to them and get them into compliance. Do we want to take anybody to jail over this? Absolutely not. But will we? Yes. If you force the issue, that's exactly what we're going to do. But, you know, we just want everybody to comply. And let's get through this and let's be a happy community.
Good. There you heard Sheriff Watson, and I like what he said. Don't want to take anybody to jail, you don't go to jail if you just stay compliant. On the EMA side today, what we've been doing, a lot of more work today. Had a conference call today with the hospitals and the EMS agencies. Also a conference call with the Illinois Department of Public Health that we have every day. And then the governor's briefing this afternoon, and I think, Chairman, you'll be getting a lot more information on that. I know you were tied up when that was going on, but one of the things that he talked about today was the extension of the state income tax. Instead of April, they're going to push it back to July. So we'll have a lot more information on that coming to you in the next couple of briefings that's coming out. One of the other things, hopefully, and we know the masks that we've been talking about waiting, we will have them here tomorrow. So we will be reaching out to our first responders and making sure that their request is being put together for them, and along with the bulk sanitizer that we were able to secure will be here tomorrow also. We've also today established the Volunteer Donation Management Division here out of the EOC. Going to be working along with Phil Pugh, our good friend at BJC Memorial and St. Elizabeth's. We'll be giving you more information on that for any of the community donations that may want to come. We've been hearing a lot about masks people have that can donate, so we'll be setting that up and getting the information out on that. One of the other things I wanted to stress again, as we do every day, don't call the 911 centers. They are too busy. They don't have the answers of testing where you can go get tested. Please don't do that. Follow what Sam said and what Barb has told us for the last week. If you feel ill, call your local healthcare provider, and they will walk you through the steps that has to be done there. Do not call the 911 centers, and don't present yourself at the emergency rooms because we don't want to overload the systems. As we heard Chairman Kern say, stress at this time, everybody's getting cabin fever after this shelter in place. Find something to do. You heard the sheriff say, go out, take a walk, walk your dog. Just stay away from the large gatherings. Remember the social distancing. Be sure to wash your hands plenty of times. It's a must. You have to do that. One of the other things I wanted to point out today, the Swansea Police Department will be hosting a Facebook Live tomorrow at 1 p.m. for children of the Highmount and Wolfmount branch schools. They're actually going to have a question and answer session with their school resource officer where your children who are at home maybe needing something to do tomorrow afternoon, they'll be able to talk to their school resource officer. So I encourage you to tune into that. And I think this is just another way of showing that we here in St. Clair County, all of our partners are working together. The chief put this together, and I think it's really going to be good. I think your children will appreciate that. Again, we'll be back here tomorrow, approximately 3:30. We have the CEO of Touche Regional Hospital will be joining us to let us know what's going on with Touche Regional Hospital and this crisis that we have. We'll be back with you in just a little bit with our ladies to interpret this into our Spanish communities. Thank you very much.